Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd, as well as my friends over at yarnspirations.com. Today we're going to be starting our Mandala Stitch Along, and this is going to be week number 1 where we do rounds 1 through 10. So we'll be doing that here on camera. So you have all the instructions here. There are 7 pages. There's also a diagram which I will be taking you through as well. And by now at this point you should have probably chosen your colors and also done a gauge swatch. Because it is in a circle, you want to do those kind of things. Anything that grows out from the center, whether it's a square, it can buckle if it's not sitting properly. So you want to just test yourself for that. So right here is what really caught my eye. Susan Bates hook. This is just the brand. It says a 5.5 millimeter Rnd and a 6.5 millimeter size K. So what I did is that I looked through the pattern. I'm like, where is the smaller hook being placed? So I had to put the question to the community online. It's like, where is that? Because I just don't see it in the pattern. So let me show you the pattern here, because some crocheters were able to find it. So one round we're actually changing the hook size. So it is going to be, and I marked it here, and you may want to do that too, is that it's on round number 25 where it's just a smaller hook only when we go to do that one. So everything else for what we can tell is all using the 6.5 millimeter size K. So moving along, we have the written instructions available to you, and all of it is available, so you can just speed ahead if you want to instead of going week by week. So we're gonna end on round number 10 today. Now there is a color sequence here. This was written out here, and so all the colors are going in sequential order, and the sequential order is a really big large repeat sequential. So it's not like 1 2 3 1 2 3. It's a lot bigger than that, and it's not just 1 2 3. It's like 1 2 3 2 1 3. Like it mixes itself up to look really quite gorgeous. So at this point in the project, what I've done is that I've chosen my 7 colors, and I am using Bernat Super Value yarn, and I marked the color that is going to match. So I just did a preview of what I wanted to do, and if you remember from my sheet back from the first video, is that I just marked down what I wanted. You can use pencil crayons and fill it in if you want to, but it's like A, B, C, and so that I can really get a sense. I didn't use any reds or oranges within this particular project, more of a kind of a C kind of nautical idea when it comes to this, and also the gauge swatches there. So there's also going to be a crochet diagram, and let's really dig into that one, because I'm going to explain it once, and then the rest of the videos is going to be assumptions, and I will take you through step by step through the diagram as well. Now I like doing stitch alongs that have a crochet diagram with it. This is the way that I learned crochet, is through the diagram format, because I'm not a strong reader. Even in my past I'm not a strong reader. So what I have here is that all the symbols match exactly what is on the diagram here. So if there's a symbol here that is not used in the diagram, you won't see it there. That's kind of a stupid thing to say. So my point being is that everything that is available in the pattern is here in the stitch key on page number 5. So just because week number 1 through 10 doesn't have any popcorn, it's still listed here because it's for the pattern itself, and you'll see in the further pages of this, as the diagrams get more and more complex as far as size, then you'll see that more and more gets into play, and it's a mandala, so there's a lot of work. So when we go to do this, you're going to follow your eyes in a counterclockwise position. How do you know that? Well, if I take you in a little bit closer, you can actually kind of see it here. So if you ever have a diagram and there's no written words, and how I know it's going in this direction is that, see where this slip stitch is? It's on the right hand side. So what's happened, see, it's on the right. So the slip stitch is usually done at the end of a row or a round. So when you go to chain up, you're going to chain up 4 and then move your eyes in this way. So if you're left-handed, you will still chain up your 4 and still move your eyes this way. So this here, there's no such thing as a left or right diagram, so I know some of you are gonna write me to have the left hand version of this. There's no such thing, because the stitch marker could, or the slip stitch could be on this side, and I use my eyes and follow it in this direction. It doesn't matter. You just gotta know the direction. So it's all gonna be following this thing in a counterclockwise position for a clock. So I think we're gonna get started, and let's start week number 1. We're gonna start off at the very beginning, and I'm gonna just take you through, and we're gonna get started. So use your 6.5 millimeter size K and your first choice of yarn. I'd also recommend too that you'd probably be weaving your ends as you go, so have a tapestry needle handy, and it will just be saving you a lot of time at the end. So let's begin week number 1. We're gonna start off in the very center, and we're gonna chain 6, and we're gonna connect with the slip stitch. You're going to chain 4, which will count as a double crochet, and then chain 1, and then double crochet, and then chain 1 and double crochet, and there is 12 of those posts going all the way around, so the chain 3 counts as one of them. So 12 is your magic number. So in round number 2 we're going to then just start in a chain 1 space, and you will see that there's an X. That's the older way of writing a single crochet. So if you see an X, that's just a single crochet, and then single crochet in each of the chain 1 spaces, chain 2 and single crochet back in. And then finally for row number 3 we're going to then just start in a chain 2 space, chain 3, which counts as a double crochet in the same chain 2 space, and then chain 1, and then in each chain 2 space you're going to put a double crochet in a chain 1. So I'll stop here for now at this part, and then when we get to the end of round number 3 I'm going to just revisit this and then show you what to do next. So let's begin. I'm using color A, and here is what I'm doing, and we're going to then just put it onto the hook, a slip knot, and then chain 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and insert your hook into the beginning chain and yarning over, pulling it through and through to form the center ring of your mandala. So let's officially move to round number 1. We are going to chain 4. Okay, so let's just do that. So 1, 2, 3, that's your post, so that's your double crochet, and the 4th one is a chain 1 space. And in the center of the ring just put the straggler over top of the center so that it will get stuck underneath, and just double crochet. Then chain 1 and then double crochet just like that, and then chain 1 and double crochet, and I want you to keep doing that all the way around till you can see that there are 12 posts. So the chain 3 is 1, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and just make sure that you put in a chain 1 space in between the double crochets and have those in a set of 12 going all the way around. So please see me at the end of this round. So I have my last double crochet in there, but before you join it to the 3rd chain up, make sure you chain 1 first and then join to the 3rd chain, and then I'm gonna show you how to fasten off. So just cut this yarn just long enough that you can get it into a tapestry needle, and then just pull it through just to get it done, and then just turn it over and then meet me back here in just a second. Okay, so I'm back. I prefer a leather needle when it comes to these ideas. See how it's flat on the one side? People ask me what it is. It's if you find it in the leather section of a craft store. So if you went over top of the first one here, you can just cut that down. I'm only gonna show you how to weave off the ends one time in this video, which will be right now. So this will be this for the entire series. Just feed it onto your needle. And I like this because it has a bend and it's also flat. So just keeping to the back side only, so don't you dare go on the front side. So just keep it into the fibers on the back. Okay. And go through once. And when you pull it, you don't want to ruin the tension, so just pull it so it's enough. And then going through a slightly different path in the other direction from which you just came. 2, and then finally go back in the 3rd direction 3 times. So 3 times is a charm. You're going to want to do this. I would strongly recommend it. In these kind of ideas, weaving them in and just letting them rest for the other layers to sit on top of is not ideal, because the ends will fall out. So the ends will never fall out at this time. So that's how you're gonna do that, and let's move on to round number 2. So let's begin round number 2. We're going to create a slip knot. We're gonna put it onto the hook. Now in the diagram you will have seen that there wasn't a slip stitch, chain 1 and then a single crochet, so it's pretty much assumed that it's a standing single crochet. So with this already on the hook, just go into any one of the chain 1 spaces. I like to start in the one before I finished. I don't know why I do, I just do. And so I'm just going to yarn over and pull through, but don't pull it through the first loop, so make sure you keep both of them separate, and then yarning over, pulling it through the 2, and that's a standing single crochet. So because of the way that this is operating, I'm just gonna let this straggler just fall out, and I'm just going to continue on in the journey here. So to do the next section, so just chain 2 and then jump to the next chain 1 space and single crochet, and then chain 2 and the next single crochet or space, just do a single crochet, and I want you to do that all the way around. This is round number 2, and I'll see you at the end of this round. So I've just come into the last space, so chain 2 and then just join it to the beginning single crochet and then That's it. So again, just weave this off now. So cut your yarn, weave it into the end, and make a decision. So I'm probably going to weave in the beginning one as well, just to make sure it's out of the way. So this is round number 2. So I'm gonna show you a trick for round number 3. So it shows you that it's going to be starting with in a chain 2 space, and it shows you that you're going to go in and you're gonna chain 3, which will count as a double crochet. But can I show you a standing double crochet? It'll look better. So the designer's not wrong. It's always options to do something new. So here in the chain 2 space, I want you just to put it onto the hook, and I want you to rotate the hook around the yarn and keep the straggler down underneath. Okay, and then going into the chain 2 space and then yarning over, pulling it through. Look at that. That's a double crochet right there. So just yarning over, pulling it through 2 and 2, and just reverse back the video. So just pull this straggler so it's a little tighter, and then just go up over top of the straggler one more time, because there's 2 double crochets in each of these chain 2 spaces. Once you have that done, chain 1, and I'll deal with that tail later. Go into the next chain 2 space and double crochet 2 times. So 1 and 2, and then chain 1 and go into the next chain 2 space, and please do that all the way around. This is round number 3. When you get all the way around, make sure you chain 1 after the 2 double crochets, and then just slip stitch it to the top of the first standing double crochet, or just regular chain 3. It all depends on how you did it. So just get rid of these yarn tails, and that's the end of round number 3. We're gonna go back to the diagram now and just look at the next section. So we're gonna continue on to round number 4 and 5. I'm gonna do these and then come back to the diagram on number 6. So in number 4, what we're going to do is that we're just going to come into a chain 1 space and then chain 4, and then in the next chain 1 space a single crochet, and we'll do that all the way around. And then in round number 5, what's gonna happen is that we are going to single crochet, 1/2 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 1/2 double crochet, and a single crochet all in the chain 4 space, and then immediately just jump to the next one here and single crochet, half, 2 doubles, half, single, and we're gonna do that all within those chain 4 spaces. So let's begin round number 4 and 5. So I'm bringing back color B for this one here, and actually I think I had this written as A in the actual other diagram that I did. I'm just following the written instructions, so that's your go-to. So if you're getting confused at all, that's what I would recommend. So go into any one of these chain 1 spaces and then just attach and do a standing single. So just pull through and then pull through the 2 loops that are there. You see them? Just pull through that, and that's a standing single, and let that tail hang out to the end. So chain 4, so 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then coming into the same to the next chain 1 space, single crochet, and then chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and the next chain 1 space, single crochet. So please do that all the way around. This is round number 4. So in coming all the way around, I'm gonna end with the chain 4 and then slip stitch to the beginning, and let's get rid of both of those tails. So I'm going to weave in both the beginning and the last tail into that as well. So please do that. This is round number 4. Okay, moving back to the color A, and it's the brown here that we have. I'm gonna come into any one of the chain 4 spaces, and I'm just gonna put it onto the hook. I'm gonna do a standing single and pull things nice and tight. Then I'm going to just follow it as it says. So the next one is a 1/2 double crochet, and then 2 doubles, noticing that I'm going up over top of the straggler in this case, so I can bury it underneath. And then I'm gonna get smaller, so I'm going to put it in a 1/2 and then a single. So to recap this one here, so there's a single, 1/2, 2 doubles, 1/2, single. Once you get that done, just immediately jump to the next chain 4 space, and then single, and then 1/2 and 2 doubles, and then a 1/2 and a single. So please do that all the way around. This is round number 5. So I'm just done the last one here. It's ending with a single crochet, and I just want to join it to the first one here. This ends at round number 5. I have to tell you, I'm getting quite excited about the color combination here. I haven't done all the colors yet, but I am so excited so far. So let's finish this off, and let's go back to the diagram, and let's revisit number 6. Let's review number 6. We're going to join it to the beginning single crochet, and I'm gonna do a standing single crochet there just because I can. And I'm gonna chain 1, and then I'm gonna jump to the 2 middle double crochets that we just did, and we're gonna put in a single each, chain 1, and then we're gonna single crochet into the single. But do you notice this big long red one here? This is a front post double crochet that's gonna go around this single crochet that's here, and then we immediately jump back up here. So a single crochet, chain 1, 2 single crochets in the chain, in the double crochet, chain 1, single crochet into the single crochet, and then again another double crochet front post here. So we're creating now texture. Now it's really gonna start getting exciting. So let's begin round number 6, and then we'll come back and I'll review the next part with you. So let's begin round number 6. I'm starting off with a slip knot. So I'm coming to the first single crochet before like the shell, like the first one, and I'm gonna do a standing single there. Then I'm gonna chain 1, and then I come to the next double crochets. So do you see them? So we're skipping the half, and I'm gonna single crochet in the next 2 doubles. So 1 and go to the next one for 2, and then chain 1 and single crochet in the last single crochet of that same section. And now we're gonna do a front post double crochet around this here. So wrapping the hook, going around, and then pulling it through, and then pull through 2 and 2. So it's a double crochet front post, and look how it isolates this color. So we're gonna just peel this back so we can see it. So we're gonna go in the first single crochet, and then chain 1, and then the next 2 doubles are each going to get, okay, so you're skipping over the half. The next 2 doubles are a single crochet each, and then chain 1 and single crochet in the last single crochet, and then a front post double around this one here, down here. Now it's starting to get fun. See? So I'll review one more time. So single crochet in the first single, chain 1, single crochet in the next 2 doubles, chain 1, single crochet in the last single crochet, and then a front post double down. Okay, so I want you to do this all the way around. This is round number 6. So I'm coming all the way around and then just finishing my last section here, and I'm single crocheting in the last single crochet, but don't forget I have to do my front post double crochet down. And then I'm just going to join it with the beginning single crochet and then weave off my ends as I continue along. So let's move on then to round number 7. This just made this center just, ooh, it's awesome. Okay, calm down. Let me go back to the diagram next time. Let me finish off my ends. In round number 7 it shows you that we're going to be doing a chain 1 and then a double a front post double crochet around the other front post double crochet, and then in the single crochet you can just do a double crochet, and then each one of these singles is gonna be 2 double crochet each, and then move back to the single here, 1 double crochet, and then a front post double crochet around the existing one here. So once you get the next front post double crochet done here, you will see that there's a double crochet in the single, 2 double crochets in each of the single crochets here, 1 single crochet in the single crochet, and then a front post double around that. So if you can just remember that sequence, it gets pretty easy. Let's move on to round number 7. Let's move on to round number 7. It shows you that you can join it to the double crochet, the front post double crochet if you wanted to. Got to make sure that it is that, not the single crochet. And then it shows you to attach it and then chain 1 and then do a front post double around it. You can do that, or what I talked about, and when you go over that make sure you go over top of the stragglers and just do that. So the next front single crochet is going to be a double crochet, and then the next 2 single crochets, there's gonna be 2 double crochets in each, noticing that I'm going right up over top of the stragglers to hide that underneath. You can always use a tapestry needle as well. So there's 2 in that one, go 2 in the next one, and then the next single crochet, it's kind of like being hidden by this front post double crochet. So it's 1 there, and then make that front post double crochet a continued front post double crochet. So wrap, going around the post and back up. So let's just do one more section. So we're gonna do a double crochet in the first one, and then the next two singles that we have, they're each going to be a double crochet each. So 1 and 2, and do the next one, 1 and 2, double crochet in the next single, and then a front post double crochet around the front post double crochet that's existing. It's pretty cool. So let's continue in that same manner, going all the way around for round number 7. So I'm coming all the way around. I've got a double crochet in the last one here, and then I'm just going to join it to the first front post double crochet. So I'm gonna tell you something. So I don't classify myself as a designer, even though I do. So you know the study of texture and the study of planet Earth. So you'll notice that it's starting to ruffle. So you'll notice in the next round, number 8, is that it's gonna be one double crochet in each of them except for the front post double crochet. There will be a front post double crochet in those. But do you see how it's ruffling? So it's only gonna be one stitch in each stitch so that it gives it time to relax and settle back down. So it's kind of a trick of designing. Sometimes so the last stitch put a lot of stuff in there, but it's what provides the texture. But then the next round, what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to settle down. So my guess is by round number 8 it will start sitting flat once again. So if it's starting to buckle on you, don't panic. It's part of the design. So in round number 8 we're going to join it just like we did before, and then you could just chain 1 and then do a front post double around the front post double. So each one of these double crochets that you see are each gonna get a double crochet, except for the front post double here. Make that a front post double as well to continue that journey up. So let's go, and we're gonna start round number 8, and I'm moving now on to color E. So let's start. Got my slip knot on. So I'm gonna go in the top of front post double, just in the top, and just slip stitch, and then chain 1, and then in the same one there do a front post double crochet and just wrap it around that straggler to catch it underneath. So each one of the double crochets that you run into are gonna be a double crochet, except for the ones that have the front post. That'll be a front post double crochet when you do that. So just keep it as being a front post double, and let's move along. And this is round number 8, and we got 2 more rounds to go before we conclude week number 1 of this video series. So that's pretty easy stuff, right? It's actually not been hard. It's nice just to tackle it piece by piece and then get it done together as a community. So that's a front post double crochet here, match it, and etc. So please do that all the way around for round number 8. Okay, I'm finishing round number 8, doing my last single crochet or last double crochet in, and then I'm just going to attach it to the top of the first front post double. Let's get rid of this yarn and let's move along in the chart to round number 9. Let's look at number 9. So number 9 here is just a slip stitch in the front loop only. This stitch I would classify as an aesthetic stitch. It's not a structure stitch. Structure, and these are my own terms, so this is nowhere to be found anywhere, but I call structure stitches anything that things need to build up upon in order to move on to the next process. Number 9 here is completely aesthetic, is that you're only adding a surface overlay pretty much, and it's just for look. It's nothing to grow onto. And then round number 10 we are going to then just incrementally increase with our double crochet in the back post of the same one of round number 8. So let's continue then into round number 9, and then we'll revisit number 10 here in the diagram and then conclude today's video. So let's begin, and I'm just gonna start up. So I would not create a slip knot first in this time around, so I'm moving on to color F. And I would also, so I'm not creating a slip knot because I want to weave in the tails later, because this is a surface overlay type of stitch that you'll see anything that's abnormal here. So you're just gonna pull a loop through, okay, and then just let the straggler fall around, and I'll show you how to finish that later. So going into the next front loop only. So if you're new to crochet, there's always 2 loops. The one closest to you is the front loop, and the one furthest away from you is the back loop. And so if you use both, it's considered a stitch. So moving to the next one, the front loop only, and I'm just gonna be gentle about slip stitching has a potential to be really tight, so just relax with it a bit and just slip stitch in the front loops only. So just 1 into each, and so just take your time with it. If you're too tight with slip stitching, it can cause things to buckle, so just take your time, and hopefully I've said that enough times at this point. Did I say take your time? Take your time. This is round number 9. So I'm gonna show you a technique here, and I've come to the very last one, but I haven't joined to the beginning. Create an extra long tail here and trim it. And what I want you to do in order to keep the look going, I understand stuff like this. You'll see it if you don't finish it off in the same way. So just pull the loop through and you're gonna see, well, I'm not done yet. Well, of course not. So what I want to do is that I want to put this into the tapestry needle first. I've done surface overlay where this matters. So what I want to do is that I want to look towards what I see here. So if you follow this, the stitch goes up and around and underneath and then back through. So in order to complete this stitch here, I'm going to come in underneath this beginning. Okay. And when I pull it, I want to just pull it so it looks right. Okay. So I'm gonna pull through like that. I don't want to create an extra stitch, so I want to pull it tight. And I want to go down through the middle of this stitch here. So just down through the middle. And I want to pull this exactly tight. So that stitch I've just done is not gonna be counted as a stitch. So then I'm gonna turn it over now and just in the back part just weave it back and forth the total of 3 times. I'm also going to weave this in back and forth 3 times. This is the back side of the project, so I don't want to I can be a little bit messy if I want to, but I'm just gonna be very gentle about it and where I put things because we are going to be playing with the back loop of what we just created in round number 8. I don't want to do it to the point where I don't recognize the stitches or I'm gonna interfere with any of the stitches. So you just be very careful at this point and just weave your ends in back and forth 3 times. As we move to the final round in this video, it's round number 10. I want you to visualize this like a clock. Okay, the whole thing should be like visualized like a clock, and I want you just to shift it and turn it a little bit so that 12 o'clock is straight up where the 2 double crochets are at the top. I'm forgetting that you're not sitting exactly at my angle. So if you follow that and put it down, you will notice that across there's 2 double crochets down here, and then if you follow it directly across, there's 1 here and 1 here. So the increase, there's only 4 increases for this thing. So when we go to join, the chain 3 that you're about to do, or you could do a standing double, is in the back loop only, and then what you're going to do is 19 double crochets then. Then you'll put 2 into the next, and then because you've started off with one of the chain 3s, there's a total count of 20, and then 2, 20, and then 2, 20, and then 2, and then 20, and then finish off with 2. So we're gonna be doing that then for the round number 10, and then that'll conclude today's video. So let's show you where to get started. So if you just peel it back, you're going to notice that the single crochet or the slip stitching was in the front loop, so you'll notice this brown that is underneath. So the back loop is technically the next one here. Okay, so peel it back so you see the slip, and this is around the front loop, so it's showing that it has a back side of the slip, so this one here. So we can just start off anywhere pretty much and just go into the back loop only, and you can chain 3. So 1, 2, 3, or you can do a standing double crochet. That's completely up to you. And then just keep it leaning forward, just going into the back loop only. Okay, this is the back loop of round number 8, just to be clear, and I am just doing 19 double crochets. So with the chaining 3, that's an extra one, so it's gonna be a total of 20. So that's 3 so far. This is 4. It's 5, 6. This is 7. Just gotta keep looking carefully for them. That's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So now I believe I have 20 in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So then the next one has 2 in it. And then again you do the next 20 and then 2 and the next 20 and 2 and keep doing that until you get back to the start. So I'm coming up all the way around. I'm actually right on stitch count. If I was not, let's say I had 2 stitches left. I need to put 2 into this last one anyway. So if I had 2 stitches left instead of 1, I would just put 1 and 1. So just 1 and 1 and not worry about the increase because you've already kind of done it already. And if I was ending early, then what happens is that I would just actually just put 2 together if I had to somewhere back here in order to keep the count. So there's always ways to be able to manipulate stuff. So the last one is going to be 2 double crochets. Remember there's no crochet police. And there are standards, but who cares, right? So just slip stitch then to the top of the chain 3 and that will conclude today's video. So you just want to fasten off and then see me next time and then we're gonna continue. I am getting a little bit of a bowling shape up, so I'm not gonna worry about that at this time because obviously the more you're gonna add, the more it's gonna want to sit back. But overall I'm exceptionally happy with it. I was scared about this green that went in there, but I think once I see it more in the project I'll probably get more excited about it. But at this point I'm gonna hold still to my beliefs that it's gonna work. And until next time, it's Mikey on behalf of the Crochet Crowd as well as my friends over here at Yarnspirations.com. We'll see you again real soon. Bye bye.